Guys, welcome. This is 3rd of December and day number 3 of the 25 days of mental health. I want to firstly thank everybody that's given me good feedback so far. Also for those that have given me negative feedback, because I've turned it into constructive criticism, which is always good if said in the right way. So thank you for that. But I want to jump straight in, no messing about, because yesterday's one was a little bit longer than I anticipated. But today is about social anxiety. The reason I've chose it for today is because I'm actually about to go into a situation where I will be anxious around new people, new faces. I currently work for KFC up at Bridge of Dawn, KFC up at Great Northern Road, and I'm about to go into the one in Bridge of Dawn, which is going to ruffle me up a little bit because it's a new setup, it's a new layout, there's new people, and it will make me feel uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong, when I'm in amongst the people and I settle down, I'll be totally fine. But it's that anticipation, that unknown, that fear, the scare that you just want to fit in. And I think that goes back to a lot of my childhood, where I'm sure people can relate to this. All you try and do is fit in, whether it's wearing the in clothes or watching the in program so you can have the discussions that everybody else is having. You might not necessarily be interested or understand it, but you try because you think that's the right thing to do, is just fit in with everyone else. And it's something I've always struggled with, is fitting in. I call myself a standout chameleon. I'm sure a lot of people are probably similar, that you try so hard to fit in, but all that happens is you stand out. And that's where my anxiety around other people kind of kicks off. I've been bullied for it, for standing out, where all I wanted to do was just be, part of a team or something. A lot of it stems back to the days when I used to play football. Football is a team environment, and it's something that I always thrived upon. I loved being in a team because it was that acceptance, it's that inclusion, that I'm here with my friends, and I always loved it. But that wasn't always the case. My dream in life was to play for Aberdeen, and when I got selected to go on trial with them, it was the scariest thing I've ever experienced, because I was surrounded by players that were all amazing, and I just wanted to be the same as them, and I found it very, very difficult just to kind of, blend in. I put too much pressure on myself, and being around everyone scared the hell out of me. And even when I go back to school, I look at every year I was in primary school. You're in the same class, so you're kind of around the similar sort of people all the way up to primary 7. So for 7 years, people come and go, but you're predominantly with the same sort of people. And so you'd think that you'd be comfortable within your surroundings, but I was always anxious, even going to school. I was always scared what people thought of me. And again, it goes down to, you just want to blend in. I never wanted to stand out, I just wanted to be accepted. And I always thought it was pretty normal, and kind of I used football as like my go-to because I could actually hide behind it. If I had a ball at my feet, I was pretty comfortable. Or if I was doing some sort of fitness, it was pretty fine. But if I was in like a small group of people, it used to scare me because I never knew what to say. I never knew how to be. I never knew how to relax. And I would find myself kind of changing my personalities to almost suit the crowd I was in, because I never knew how to just be me. So in any situation, I was always anxious. Meeting new people, I was scared, literally petrified. Am I wearing the right thing? What do I say? If they bring up a subject I don't know anything about, do I just pretend that I do? And it just put the fear of life in me. It really did, and it probably restricted me from doing a lot of things, because you always want to make friends, but nobody ever tells you really how to make friends. They're like, just go out and speak to people. It's not always as easy as that. I remember at school, there was like the popular kids and stuff like that, and don't get me wrong, I was normally in the popular crowd, but again, that goes back to just I was good at football, which allowed me to blend in that respect. But you know, I always felt like people judged you on what you were wearing and, you know, what you would say. And you know, if I was a one-on-one with my friends, you know, they'll say, "Oh, Mike's the funniest guy ever," because I like doing silly voices, I like having a laugh and everything like that. But put me in a group and I was like a fish out of water. I would try and be silent. I was so scared in case I said the wrong thing. I would almost be like tucked up and, you know, feel like everyone was watching me. And I'm like, why? Why do we feel like that? I don't know. I honestly don't have all the answers. And me putting up these videos, it's not me going to say, right, these are all the answers to any challenges that you've experienced through mental health, because I don't have them. I wish I did. I really wish I did have all the answers, but I don't. But I can go off experiences I've had, and I can relate to what I actually do about it now. So in terms of social anxiety, I was very good at doing presentations as a kid, but I would feel enormously ill before I got up on the front of the class, or I got picked to do a speech to all the junior soldier parents when I was in the army. And again, I was doing it for hundreds of people. I got selected because I was a good talker, but at the same time, I was absolutely petrified. I'd done a speech at the Offshore Safety Awards. Again, people think, "Oh, Mike, you'll smash that. You're such a good speaker." I am now, because I've had to constantly challenge myself and put myself in these positions where it does test myself. So I'm always anxious about going into these situations. That doesn't change. The meeting new people, the anxious doesn't change. I still feel nervous. I still feel like I could throw up. I still feel like my stomach's going to drop through my back passage. I still feel like that. And like just now, I'm about to step into a new workplace, and I want to fit in. I want to be accepted. I'm not necessarily, you don't need to like me. I'm not really bothered about that, because you don't have to like me. But I just want to be accepted for me. At least if you dislike me, it's because I'm being myself. But I'm about to go in there in 2 minutes time, because I'm about to start shift. And I am anxious. That's why I want to do this video now, because it's real. It's real. Social anxiety is real. And the thing is, there'll be people that set up plans with you that might cancel it last minute because they're just too scared. And then there'll be arguments that start, "Why'd you not do this? Why'd you not do that?" They might not even be able to explain it to you, because they don't know how to, because they don't know what they're experiencing. I never knew that when I was a kid. I didn't know I was experiencing social anxiety. I didn't know any of that. I do now, so I can look back and I can kind of pin the dots together, I've retraced my steps to the furthest memory I can possibly imagine, and it's frightening that nobody really mentioned it to me. They just said, "You'll be okay, just get on with it," sort of thing, you know. But talking to people that have been through similar situations does help, and I try and put myself in those uncomfortable situations as much as I possibly can, because I do not want this thing to beat me. It will not beat me. I want to take a hold of it. I want to grasp it with two hands, and I want to say, "Look, pal, I will get through this." Yes, I am anxious. Yes, I am anxious around other people sometimes, but I will not let that restrict me, and I will not let that become a solid barrier, and I will break through it. So, you know, anybody out there that can relate to this, or has been through something similar, don't give up. That feeling won't go away. It won't. It might become smaller, but it'll still be there. But one thing is, you will get better at dealing with it. So never give up. Keep challenging yourself. Keep putting yourself in those uncomfortable positions until they become semi-comfortable, and keep moving forward, guys. That is day 3 of 25 days of mental health. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you guys will be back tomorrow. Take care. See you later. Have a good night. Bye.